Hey guys, Narc Armor here, back with another one. Guys, I want to chat to you with you today about how the narcissist rejection is your protection. Before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe, guys. This channel is here to help anyone going through it, dealing with it, coming out of it, and sharing life experiences and perspectives to anyone who can use this for the betterment of themselves and their life and their journey ahead. So, the narcissist rejection was your protection. And it's hard to see it and understand it when you are, in fact, coming out of it. It is a very, it's just one of those things you don't feel, right, when you're going through it. You really don't understand it until you've come out of it and have time to reflect and kind of unpack, like, what was it that really happened? Why did those things happen? Why did they occur the way that they did? Did it make sense? Or was it that you didn't fully understand everything that was going on? And it's a little bit of both, to be honest with you. It's a little bit of both. Because when you're with somebody, and this is more for the relationship, situationship, marriage, longer term, committed relationship that you were in, because you were committed as a chosen one or the empath. The narcissist was never committed. And more often than not, you'll come to some form of realization that that was probably always the case. Because there were some very strange things that would happen that wouldn't quite make sense at the time, but started to make sense over time. It certainly started to make sense when you got out of it and got out of that fog and really started to kind of, journal or, just sit with your thoughts. I like to do that, whether you meditate or whether you just, want to kind of process your emotions and really, learn from it so that you don't find yourself in a similar situation ever again. And that you also kind of learn a little bit more about yourself, where you need to work on your boundaries and armor up on your narc defense, build up that narc armor. How did these people exploit you? How did they use you? Why did they target you? All of these things, it really kind of lends itself to you finding a whole new path and trajectory forward that will elevate you in ways that you didn't even think you were ever capable of. Because when you were with the narcissist, and I think this is really where God's protection comes in, or your higher power, whatever you believe in, this happens because that's being watched and seen. And God doesn't want you, your higher power doesn't want you going through that. They don't want a good person going through it with somebody who's not, or being surrounded by people who are not, right? Not supportive, not caring, not genuine, right? Not giving, not pouring into you like you're pouring into them, not reciprocating. So that rejection, if they left you for somebody else, if they went off and had an affair, if they, were entertaining others, right, and didn't really care about you, your thoughts, perspectives, or emotions, or anything in that sphere, just know that chances are, and look, we all kind of known this and learned this. If you're watching this, you'll understand. They tend to pass along a lot of diseases, with partners and things, and so and if you've gotten out unscathed, um, be grateful and also understand like that was part of your protection. You know, you don't want to be with people like this because the reality is they don't even care about themselves. They don't care about you. You know that. Do you really think that they care about themselves or what they do to themselves? If they don't care about what they do to others? This is, it's really, this topic is really a very, it's just, icky, right? It's not a topic that, maybe many are willing to get into. I'm happy to do it because of the reality of it all. And when we know what we're realistically dealing with, then we know how to navigate these situations. Okay? So, you know, um, they'll catch, different types of diseases from their escapades and things. And, you know, uh, they'll be running back and forth to the doctor and doing all these kinds of things. And it's odd. And when you're in it, you're just kind of like, and then you're kind of like, right? And then, and as you start to put the puzzle pieces together, right, that begins the journey of building out your own new path out and away from that individual. But you got to get those learnings, right? You got to be able to see those red flags and those behavioral aspects that kind of were always there, but they're just, the reality is, like any criminal con artist, a narcissist doesn't get better at covering their tracks over time. They get sloppy, guys. They get sloppy, okay? And that's where you have to kind of discern, all right, enough's enough. Phone records, this, that. I mean, there's ways, right, to kind of start to piece the puzzle together to get some clarity on what's going on. And unfortunately, a lot of us have been duped. But the question really now is, how do you make sure that you don't ever find yourself in that same situation, right? You've got to build a tolerance for what you are not willing to accept, and that's got to be, that's got to be at the right place, right? And you've got to just be able to say, look, if this new person, if you get it, you're healed, and if they're not there, or if there's something a little funny, go with your spidey sense and just don't entertain it. Just cut it off. That's what it is. Sorry, not sorry. You never know. But would you want to risk learning that lesson again? No, you don't. Right? So, and in reality, guys, like, again, hindsight, right? If somebody leads you to wonder, they're not for you. If you're wondering, if you gotta wonder, they're probably not for you. Okay? So that rejection really was, excuse me, guys, really was your protection. And in many respects is going to serve you very well to know that you weren't entangled in somebody. And look, guys, I've known people who have been adversely impacted and gotten things that they got to live with. Let's put it that way. It's no good. So if you got out unscathed, be grateful, be fortunate. I certainly am. And, and let others' lessons be a lesson to you, okay? So that you don't get too hung up on, why didn't this work out? I tried, I did, I gave, I don't understand. No, you do understand. And you got to look at all of it, right? Because a lot of it's bad and some of it's good. And some of that good, if you got out healthy and what have you, and you got your faculties and you've learned your lesson and you're working on your boundaries and you're finding yourself navigating to healthier people and healthier relationships and normality in your life, that's all you need. That's all you need to build the life that you always wanted. Okay? It's up to you to make that choice, stay committed, and remember, guys, if something just doesn't feel right, if something's a little off, if somebody's making you wonder, armor up. That's opportunity to armor up. Remove that situation from your life and move on. A lot of people, a lot of fishes in the sea, as they say, and you don't ever need to settle. You need to take that lesson from the narcissist that you will never settle for anything less than what you deserve. That rejection was your protection, and you're better for it. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Hope this message found you well. Take care. Talk to you later.